Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to episodes 654, 655 and 656 of One Piece. Some great episodes again. Wow, so much is going on again. I don't I know that some people have well, I haven't read the comment section, but I did read like one comment about how the pacing in this arc is a great arc, by the way. I'm loving the arc so far. It's just the pacing. I'm now starting to realize that it's a little bit slow, with like how the scenes are like dragged out a little bit, but I mean, nevertheless, the fight between Law and Doflamingo is still going on. And Nami's team, they have successfully defeated Giolla, so that's the good thing. They restrained her, but they didn't know what to do with her. Meanwhile, Doflamingo is still chasing after Law in the Green Bit Forest, and Fujitora is also there. He was pinning down Law to the ground, and then oh my days, Law is just an absolute badass. I love his shambles ability. I just love his ability in general. It's so damn useful. Like, even though he was completely pinned down by Fujitora, he was still able to get out of that using his substitution like ability where he teleports, and so he was able to run away because he was teleporting, run away with Caesar, because his goal is to take Caesar away from Doflamingo. Doflamingo really wants Caesar, so that he can continue to make small devil fruits. So that's the conflict. Doflamingo really wants to kill Law. So Law's been like trying to like stay away as far as he can. But then the Nami's team were like heading their way to the Green Bit Forest since Law wanted them to come as backup. But they were surrounded by the fighting fish. They weren't totally next to the shoreline of Green Bit. They were like a few miles away from the actual shoreline. So the fighting fish were attacking Nami's team. So, and then Law was just like begging Doflamingo to not kill them. So Doflamingo spotted them, and obviously he wants to kill all the Straw Pirates as fast as he can. This guy is just, oh my days, he's such a psycho. Like, not just that, but like what Momonosuke saw in the past, where he saw him like almost drowning someone to death, and telling them to kill in the Colosseum fight. I think that's what he said. Like, he wanted more blood to be spilled because it's for entertainment, and I was like, the fuck you on, man. So poor Momonosuke had to like witness that. To be honest, if I was Momonosuke's parent, I would not make him watch something like that, because that's quite traumatizing, you know. So I was a little bit like, why didn't Kinemon like, you know, hide his eyes away? He can still listen to what they're saying, but like, just, you know, you could have just watched that yourself and not the bloody kid. I guess he didn't know what to expect, what he witnessed. Anyway, so yeah, Doflamingo was targeting Nami's team, was about to kill them, and then Sanji just comes in and then kicks Doflamingo with a fire kick, Diablo jump, and damn, that was an epic scene. I was glad to see Sanji, but thing is, Doflamingo is still way more powerful. So I was like, damn, is Sanji like the only backup here? Like, we need someone else as well. If it's not gonna be Law, then look, Sanji needs to be paired with Zoro or someone else who's strong, Kinemon even. But obviously Kinemon and Zoro, they're heading their way to the factory, but they need to get Luffy. But before I talk about Bartolomeo's funny scenes, so like Sanji was like proper kicking Doflamingo, and even though Doflamingo recognized that he was quite a tough opponent, it actually didn't do anything to Doflamingo. The kicks were ineffective. So yeah, and then Doflamingo used his string fruit to cut up to like attack Sanji's front, and he was bleeding, so Sanji was wounded. I mean, I expected that since Doflamingo is a warlord. He's a Shichibukai, so of course he's going to be stronger than Sanji, a lot stronger than Sanji. But I'm glad that Sanji came in anyway, because if it wasn't for Sanji, then Nami's team would have, you know, got killed. So, and then Law saved Sanji and everyone, and then Law told Nami's team to head their way to Zou. And then Law had his one-on-one fight with Doflamingo. Then there was some dialogue that got me a bit curious. So Law this is quite a personal thing between Law and Doflamingo. Law is still holding grudge against Doflamingo for what, I mean, he didn't say it explicitly, but I'm thinking, based on what Law said, that it seems that Doflamingo killed someone that Law really cared about. Is it a parent? Was it Law's parent? Was it Law's guardian, friend, whatever, that was killed by Doflamingo, which is why he's holding resentment. So that's why they're having that one-on-one fight. And apparently that whole of it happened 13 years prior. Yeah, so I don't want Law to die though. He's very powerful himself. He can manage his own, but still, like, I would want someone to back up Law. So I hope he gets that sort of help, at least eventually. Anyway, so Zoro and Kinemon, they were trying to like find someone to tell Luffy to get Luffy out of the Colosseum. And Zoro and them, they asked Bartolomeo, and Bartolomeo was just like freaking out. He was such a fanboy. Oh my god, he was such a fanboy because he loves Luffy and the other Straw Pirates. It was really funny, but low key kind of irritating because Zoro was asking him a question and he wasn't like. It took him a while for him to like answer like that he'll actually get Luffy to come to him. Because Zoro was just like, we need to find a way to enter the Colosseum, but then eventually after like Bartolomeo got out of his sort of fanboy mode, he did say that he'd get Luffy for him, so it's kind of become Zoro's right hand man. Zoro's personal assistant. Yeah, okay, it is funny, but it's low-key just a little bit annoying. But I mean, as long as he helps the Straw Pirates, then I'm all cool for it. It's actually surprised me that someone like him, because he seems like a ruthless person. He was such a troll in his Colosseum fight. Like, I wouldn't expect someone like him to like the Straw Pirates. But at least they have like a loyal fan. Yeah. I hope he doesn't like start stalking them or something. That'd be a bit creepy. But anyway, yeah, so that's what's going on. I just hope Law gets some help. Cause I mean he's fighting to the death, it seems. Like he's really like he wants, like Doflamingo said that he's willing to sacrifice himself to get rid of him. Oh, that's messy. That is messy. Meanwhile, Rebecca is doing really well in the Block D fight, and oh my god, like her strategy was to get really close to the edge of the Colosseum so that she can topple the other gladiators to the sea. And I thought that was a really good strategy, but I thought that she would be at risk of getting out of the sea as well, because she doesn't look as, she's not as bulky, and she doesn't weigh as much as the others, but then she manages to topple over these men who are like 3 times her size, and I'm like, girl, how are you doing that? Damn, she's bare strong to do that, to be able to topple over these extremely heavy, strong men. And like she's using all these tactics that the toy soldier taught her, and it blew my mind that she was able to do that. So Luffy recognized that she's using observation Aki with that. I just thought it was just pure skill. Because not everyone, like, just because she's a gladiator doesn't automatically mean that she has haki. But Luffy said that she used observation haki with that, so that does actually make more sense now. But that doesn't mean that you're going to get superhuman strength or anything. It just means that you can see, you can predict how your opponent will fight you, like what will happen next, so before it actually happens. So it's good that she has that haki. And so far she's doing well, but now there's like this huge guy, extremely huge guy, this giant guy who's coming up towards her, so I don't know how well she'll do against him. So she has fought in previous gladiator battles in the past, in previous Colosseum fights, but she never actually won, so there must be a limitation then, since she hasn't even won yet. She's very strong so far, but against a big guy, I don't know what to expect. Yeah, that's what's going on. The pacing is, I am starting to notice it now, that it is getting a bit dragged out, but it is what it is. I am a patient person anyway. It doesn't bother me too much, at least for now. Anyway, what you think of these episodes, let me know and stay tuned for more.